Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Play. It's me, Space Burt, hanging out with the cow and reading my project board. So today's episode, I want to work on making a chicken farm here. So hopefully by the end, we could knock this sign down. And actually, this is the end of the video already. I can knock this sign down. So while recording this episode, I accidentally had everything on mute, so there was no sound for the entire video. And I went through and I made a chicken farm down here. I'll show you guys that in a bit. So I've already done all the work and recorded a silent video about it. And I watched it and I'm thinking, yeah, I can't submit that. That's no good. I'm going to have to do it again. So I'm just going to go and look at it with you and talk about what I did and maybe put together like a run through of building it fast forward so you can see. It's a shame, but you know, these things happen. I guess it's bound to happen eventually. Hopefully I could remember to double check to make sure that my audio is correct before I start recording. But live and learn. And it won't let me sleep. I just want to sleep. There we go. Yeah, I don't feel like having the zombies and creepers about. Okay, so here's what I did. As you guys might have remembered last time, this was just a solid path. And of course I made a path down this way by the project board. We saw that already. Made this wheat farm last time. So what I went ahead and did is I made, well, a path that goes down here. And a chicken farm that's going to come off the side of the house like so. So this is it so far. I still have to do a little bit of work with adding the stuff on the bottom. I guess we can still do that on this video. And I have a few chickens in there, and originally I had 11 eggs, and I cracked them all on the wall against inside here, and I managed to get 2 chicks, and from those 2 chicks, this is what I have so far, not that many. I was very relieved that the 2 chicks were there, because I really didn't feel like going walk all across the map looking for chickens just to try to scam them into coming into this room. So this is where the chickens are inside of here. We'll come look at an out view, or like a side view here. So what I want to do is have this chicken coop here, or the chicken farm here. And then next to it, in this blank area, I want to have a bee farm. And then there's going to be space for stuff underneath the bee farm. And then maybe something in front of where this is going to all be blank. I was thinking about maybe putting like some farms that aren't really farms. It's more like just a visual thing. You know, like a wheat farm or carrots or potatoes or something. More of just visual, less of actually needing to use it. Just to fill this space in. And kind of connect it to where these stairs are all the way around. Some good landscaping. I think that would look pretty nice. But that's a future video, I think. Looking inside, this isn't so bad. And to get here, I have a couple paths. I made a stairwell here, which leads to a rather large sorting chest area. Might as well look at this first. Well, no, I'll come back and look at that after. So here's my back door entrance to the chicken coop. I've got just ladders and a door here. I find this works pretty good to keep the chickens down, because they don't usually fly up so high, and if they do, I could just knock them down. Let's see, you want some? Here you go. Have some feed. So these little guys are going to lay the eggs. And then when they lay the eggs, you can probably hear it already. But right underneath here, it's all covered up, is a minecart that is connected to a bunch of powered rails that just goes forever. And I have these switches which power the powered rails. And let that go, so the eggs get collected and slowly dropped off into these hoppers here The hoppers go into this dispenser, and the dispenser just detects to see if an egg or something gets dropped in here, and then shoots the egg into this little half block. Under this half block is another hopper, which connects. You can see the other one right here that it connects to. So as these chicks grow up, you'll see how he's standing in this half block. He's fine. He grows up, he's going to be a full block high, and he will suffocate. And then I will get his lovely chicken meat and feathers. And in the past, I've done this in other builds, where I'd make a chicken farm similar to this. And I tried it with lava on top. I know I've seen other people use lava, and it doesn't really work for me. The lava, they jump into it as chicks, and they die. And I end up with barely anything because they keep dying as chicks instead of waiting to grow up and then hitting the lava. There's probably a trick to it. I don't know. But I don't really care. I kind of want the meat to be raw. I have no problems cooking it if I need to. And besides, I plan on eating the steak for food. I'm thinking the raw chicken breast can go to a butcher in the future, and I could keep on collecting infinite emeralds. So I can be Scrooge McDuck about things. And Robert is still hanging out. I really need to do something with him. But I put another block under him so he's not so much on the edge. And yeah, if you're new to the series, this armadillo inside of here, I'll get a better look. I dubbed him Robert. He's been hanging around since like the second episode. And he just has made his way into the house when I first built it, and then I eventually made a minecart for him to ride around in, and he mysteriously derailed and landed down here. And you've been in there for many, many Minecraft days now. Trooper. So yeah, this is the current build right here. When the chickens suffocate, their drops fall down here, and that leads to this elevator. Just a bunch of droppers and a bunch of observers. It's quite a bit. Which leads to the back side of our storage. And I made 7 storages, so that's 28 chests in total. So that should be plenty of room. And I'm going to have this for the bee drops. It's going to be honeycomb, and I think this one's going to be honey. I don't care so much about honey. I care more about honeycomb because I want to use it for copper. And again, this is going to be where the bees are. It's going to be the back passage here. They're going to be up there, and then I'm going to have room for something right here underneath it. So yeah, I think this is on its way, and I got some plans for it. I still need to spruce this up a bit because it is a little ugly with some of these blocks that are just thrown out anywhere. But it's slowly coming together. So that is it. So I think, let's see, what can we do? I'm going to add a little bit of fast forward video of building this. And I think right now we could go ahead and add some blocks to the outside. And maybe do a little sketching with blocks on how to get the ground set up and how I want to... where is it? There you are. I'll take these. How I want to get the landscape out. Oh, you know what? Let me go get one more thing. Get some dirt. And we can see, let's go ahead and build this and think about it for a bit. So I'm going to cover all of this up with just this tuft. I decided to do tuft just to change it up a bit. Oh, an egg fell through. I also hooked it up to this light, so every time an egg goes in here, it lights the light up. Hopefully that'll be going off a lot in the future as we get more chickens. And I mean, I don't need too many chickens. As you see, this isn't the largest farm ever. I think it's pretty big for a chicken farm. But, I mean, I really don't need that much. Oh, we've got another one in there. Maybe if this was a server with multiple players, that might be a different story. But it's not, so yeah. Okay, so this is the side wall. And I'm thinking I want to have some, like, layers of farm. Where it's going to come out like that, and then the other one's going to come out, drop down maybe 2, and then come out further, and so on and so forth until we're down out here somewhere. So I'm thinking I get some of this dirt, and we can kind of draw that out about the right height, where that might be. So that might be one layer of the farm, and then another one might come down 2 layers or so, maybe like that. Yeah, I usually don't record these kind of things because it could be kind of tedious. But this is the idea. Hopefully you guys see what I'm trying to say or trying to do here. Where it's just going to be some just generic farm that, you know, I can harvest it if I want to, but I probably won't because it won't be automatic. It'll just be looks, really. One thing I don't like too is I don't like this harsh corner. I'm going to have to do something. Not sure what. But I'm thinking this can be like a little walkway path because it's going to go all the way to the end with the bee farm. But this harsh corner, don't really like it. Ah! At least nothing's around here. Gotta love the creeper. Maybe something like this, where it's kind of tiered, and this could come around back to the side. Either that or it can just end and we can have a nice wall. Which I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet, but this is just kind of rough sketching with dirt. And have like a maybe wood. A lot of that oak logs going down I think would look really nice. And maybe start working on having some really cool looking paths that go up it, which I'm a big fan of, that multi dirt and maybe like a little bit of cobblestone and all kinds of different blocks to make a nice interesting looking path. I love doing that. It's hard to do it inside of this biome though, because everything's terracotta. But I think we could work something out. So yeah, this is going to be another thing to do. I'll probably add this to the board in place of the chicken coop, because the chicken coop is pretty much done, I think. Now we need to do a lot of landscaping and boxing in all of these things to make it a solid structure. And the homestead is slowly growing and growing. So with that, I'll take a few moments to maybe go through some of the building process now. So I couldn't help myself. I started working on this on pause, and I just had to keep going. And this is what it's looking like so far. I think it's pretty good. I might need to do a little bit more shaping, but this is kind of what it looks like. I'm standing on top of the chicken farm right now. You can hear them, they're so noisy. Not a great place to hang out, but this is what the path looks like, and I continued my jack-o'-lantern theme. Might be a little overkill, but you know, I kind of like it. Does something with all of that empty space in front and brings the area together, I think. Surprised there's no mobs around here. Get a slightly aerial view here. Very bright. I like it. I don't know about the chicken farm. It's very boxy, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep it. Oh, there you are. Where are you? It's just a matter of time. But you can't appreciate it in the light. It looks better in the dark. So I wanted to come look at the dark. No sleeping. We'll just have to deal with the zombies. But yeah, take care of my little friend here. Got the worst neighbors, I'll tell you what. I think it looks pretty good. I did a double layer on the bottom. I used a lot of this terracotta to get rid of it. And I think it's on its way. The chickens are starting to populate, which is nice. I'm going to need to do some work on this side to, you know, at least make walls to cover this up so you can't see right inside of it. And then I'll have all this empty space inside of here just in case I want to make something else for the future. Who can say? But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Again, guys, I apologize for my first video. Wish I would have had that one ready to go, but the sound, it just wasn't happening. So I had to kind of just make something up off the fly. But hey, it turned out nice because I think this little farm area is pretty good. And this is where the bee farm is going to be. It's why I left this blank. I just have this path in the center as dirt. I'm going to change that in the future, I believe, to gravel, coarse dirt, and other things to make it look nice. But it's good enough for now. It's getting late where I am, and this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to call it quits here. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone who watches these videos. You could be doing anything else in the world right now, and yet you're watching my dumb Minecraft world. And, yeah, thanks. And I will see you guys next time, hopefully with the correct audio. Almost forgot about something. Ha.